Hi, everyone, for joining us live. We are here to demonstrate the quick integration we have with Scanifly plus K2 Code. Here we have Santiago, who is a sales engineer from Scanifly, and he's gonna tell us more about the tool.
Awesome. Thank you, Helena. Very excited to be here, show you what we're working between Scanifly and K2. I'll be showing you a little bit about what Scanifly does. Really, Scanifly is a solar design platform and a field operation platform. We're really trying to consolidate the solar stages of a project as much as possible. So we have solutions where you can design, from the sales process very initially, and then take it all the way to the final designs, the engineering, the bill of materials with K2 Pro. Let me show you what we have. So what you're seeing right now is the Scanifly project portal. So here's where you have a list of all of the different projects that you create. Inside every project page, you will find project information. So it could be project overview, customer information. You can enter consumption data. We have a section here that I'll show you in a minute where you can consolidate all of your site data. So at Scanifly, we have two ways you can design, either remotely or our core product that will use drone images. So you'll be able to upload that information here. Also, all the images that you collect on site, could be electrical, structural images, will be saved here as well. And then we also have a tab where you're going to find all of your different designs. Okay. So to start, typically everything goes with Scanifly's remote design tool. So this will leverage remote imagery. It could be satellite. You could use near map. You could use LiDAR. You could also use Google 3D just to try to get as accurate as possible from the beginning. So this is from the sales side. Here's an example of that Google 3D layer. Then you can get your layouts, get an idea of your radians, and then sell the project to your customer. Typically, once that's completed, you go and do a site survey. So you can use a couple of different tools for this. First is the mobile app, where you'll be able to capture all of the internal photos, the ground photos. You can set and customize your own forms, your own checklist. So you can see a couple of examples here. And really, it's just the surveyor going out to the field, opening the project, starting a checklist, and then start filling out the information, taking photos straight from the app. We have these really cool labels and annotation features as well. And then everything goes back to one place. So as you can see, you have your initial design, then you have your survey information, and then everything lives in that project page. So if you ever need to come back and review, let's say, the electrical photos, so you can come here and review the data pretty quickly in the software as well. Then the next step is conducting a drone flight. So it's a pretty simple process, 5, 6, 7 minutes of drone flight, collecting data. So instead of having people get on the roof, spend hours measuring roofs and forgetting things, the drone will give you a lot of that information. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to create a photorealistic 3D model. So this is the same project I showed you at the beginning. Now we're using we call this an on-site design tool. So essentially what we did, we stitched all the images together, created that 3D model, and now you're really validating that initial design. So this could be for your panel placement. This is going to be perfectly accurate, typically within 2 inches of physically measuring the roof. So we're really working with companies that are having problems with redesigns or things don't fit when they go out of installation. That's what we're really known for. It's for the accuracy of this designs. And we can pretty much guarantee that whatever you design in Scanifly will actually fit on install day. So that's one of the biggest value propositions. You can do shading analysis, as you can see here. The software is calculating solar access percentages and TSRF values per module. So it's getting really granular with the shading analysis. You know exactly what's happening at the array level. So you can, again, get those. We call them view sheds. It's similar to those that have been in solar for a long time, the Solmetric Suneye or the Pathfinder back in the days. Now we don't need to get on the roof for that. Scanifly will give you all that information automatically. You can also get a qualitative analysis where you can change the time of the day and the time of the year, do a really nice animation or simulation to show how shade could affect your array at different times of the year or different times of the day as well. Okay. From here, you can take this all the way to engineering. You can export shade reports that are approved and validated by most of the lenders and regulators in the industry. And then the newest thing, the really exciting part that we're showing you guys today is our integration with K2 system for your bill of materials. You won't need to exit Scanifly, you can do everything inside the platform. You can go here to API integrations, find K2 systems here in this menu, and then it would open K2 quote for your racking needs.
Okay. Thank you, Santiago. Yeah, basically what Santiago just explained is that we are going to be creating our project design in Scanifly. And within the API integration option, we are going to be retrieving all those values back to K2 Code in the same portal. And basically, you can obtain your bill of materials as accurate as possible. So the user must only fill out some fields that are required to enable the selection of materials. So basically is that we're gonna go ahead and put the frame height from the model selected back in Scanify. This is gonna enable us the selection of the materials that we want to use in our racking installation, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and just select the materials of preference. And this is going to help us create little by little our BOM. Yeah. Basically, once we fill out those fields, we are going to be able to see our engineering calculator. This is going to give us an assurance that the attachment spacing is not going to be exceeding the load requirements for each roof. So for residential projects, usually customers go for 48 inches as an attachment spacing. So this is only gonna give us the actual engineering results we are gonna be seeing in our roof. So basically, this is the attachment spacing for exposed and non-exposed models and all of the reactions as uplift, downforce, and shear for those models as well. So this is only just a quick visualization of what we are going to be dealing up in the roof and what the installer needs to consider at a time of installing their design. So yeah, basically once we finish up filling those fields, we are going to continue and we are going to be able to see the design that we just created back in the Scanify. This is only a visualization that we need just to make sure that everything has been retrieved correctly from Scanify. And if we need to do any modifications in the project design, it's important to know that we need to close the project and go back to Scanify to modify those. So yeah, once we finish up reviewing our project design, we are going to continue and we are gonna get the bill of materials needed for this project. So this is a quick summary of the arrays and the models as well for the system type selected. So this basically gives us the bill of materials that we're gonna be needing for all of our project design. And yeah, basically you can go ahead and add additional accessories that you may also want to add in your project design. And yeah, you just finish up your bill of materials from the racking part. And one of the features that K2 Quote can give you is that you are going to be able to download an estimate. You can get an Excel file with the BOM, or you can get a PDF report with all of your freight details in it. So we are just going to quick download those documents. And as you see, we are going to be able to see our PDF report. Basically, this gives us a quick summary of the project design. And as you see, we have the name of the project, the client, the author, and the issue date of this report. And as we move down, we are going to be able to see which mounting solution was the one added to this project, the roof covering, the model details, and your BOM, basically. Yeah, as we see is the BOM with the list prices, the total for your design, and then you get your project details. This is going to include everything that is needed for your project design, as basically the attachment spacing, roof shape, roof slope, and so many others considerations from the project side that is needed for the installer to continue with this project. But yeah, basically this is a quick summary of what you can see and what you can retrieve from our API integration. And yeah, basically, I'm going to go back. Oh. Yeah, so as we said, if the customer needs to do any modifications in the initial design, has to close and return to Scanifly, and it's gonna be able to do the modifications needed and everything, and just go back and update the API integration to get the bill of materials as accurate as possible. So basically, with this integration is that Scanifly users can access K2 Code to obtain the best racking materials for their product design within just one platform and unified BOM for it. Yeah, basically that is it from our side. I don't know if Theo, you want to add more.
Yeah,
Details regarding that.
I guess just a quick comment. It's just like Juliana said, we're really trying to streamline that final stage of the process, make sure you guys get very accurate bill of materials. You know, with Scanifly, you're pretty much guaranteed that whatever you design in the software, it's going to fit. So there won't be any surprises when you head out to the installation. Maybe find out you have to move panels, maybe you need more material that was not accounted for. So it's really streamlining that. And also with the integration, we're also minimizing like the manual entry points in the software. Scanifly will provide all the design itself, all that information, and then K2 Code will give you the final BOMs.
Perfect. From that is it from our side. I don't know if the public has any questions at all. If not, we can continue with our show demonstrations right here in the solar. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.